When my kids were toddlers, many friends and family members would remark to me how bright they were. I specifically remember being at a barbecue and the host introducing my family. This is Shannon and Hyatt and their ridiculously smart kids. When my oldest, Raiden, entered kindergarten and had difficulty learning to read and write, the school gave me no insight, and for 2 years left my son to suffer and me in the dark. They told me things like, it'll click eventually, and oh, he'll just get it. When Raiden reached 2nd grade, he had made no progress in reading, 0. He was still on a pre-K reading level. His eagerness to learn was gone, his spirit and self-esteem were broken, along with my heart. I started educating myself on learning difficulties and found the Smart Kids organization. I attended my first event, which was led by an expert speaker on LD. During the Q&A, I sat teary-eyed, swallowing the lump in my throat, listening to other parents tell their stories that were so like my own. At the close, I met Jane Ross. She explained that Smart Kids was starting a Hartford chapter and asked if I wanted to be involved. I told her that my son was currently going through testing for suspected dyslexia, but that I didn't yet have a diagnosis from the school. What if they told me he doesn't have dyslexia? Jane looked at me and said, "Do you think he has dyslexia?" I replied, "Yes, I do." She said, "Well then, he does. You are his mother, and you know better than anyone." This was a completely different narrative from what I was hearing from the school, which was, we are the educators, and we know what's best. Jane's words that day changed my life and empowered me to advocate for my son. Before I left that evening, I had signed on to become a parent coordinator for the Hartford County. Several contentious IEP meetings later, Raiden was given the appropriate accommodations and learning system, and 4 months into special education, he was reading on his grade level. He's now in 4th grade, reads well above his grade level, and is in the gifted program. He understands what it means to have dyslexia and dysgraphia, and he talks openly about his strengths and his challenges without shame. And now, as I coordinate meetings for Smart Kids and meet other parents who are in the same shoes I was in just a few years ago, choking back tears, searching for answers to help their children, I know that they've come to the right place. And when a mom approaches me after an event and asks me how I did it, how did I get the school to listen? How did I get the help that my son needed? I'm confident that we can empower her to do the same. And as I watched Raiden read his own story this fall in the Smart Kids newsletter and turned to me beaming, "Mom, I'm a success story," I knew that my commitment to Smart Kids would not end with just my own child's achievements. We have many more struggling, heartbroken parents to empower. Which is why tonight, I'm asking you to show your support and help us make every child with LD a success story. Thank you.